Hi, Irene. My name is Edward Park, and I'm going to be walking you through this session today. So, before we begin, I have some information for you, and I'm going to read it to make sure that I cover everything. I've already explained to you why you're here today, so you probably have a good idea of why we asked for you to come in. You're basically going to be testing a website that we are working on currently, and get some feedback on your user experience throughout the entire process. Don't worry too much about making any mistakes or saying the wrong thing. We're trying to get your honest feedback, so your mistakes will help us basically make improvements for the website in the future. And also, I'm gonna try to ask you to try your best to speak out loud so that we can hear everything that's going on in your head. This helps us with the user experience and helps us capture a better idea of exactly how the user experience is progressing through. And so, with your consent, we're basically going to record this entire session, and it'll help us to reflect and go back and look through the video, see what took longer to perform, what took longer for you to perform the task, and what was quick and intuitive. So, is it cool that we're going to record this entire session?
Yeah.
All right, great. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. The first one is the screen you're looking at right now. So basically, this is the home page for the website. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Maybe you want to look through it and basically, tell me what you think is the purpose of this website. So just think out loud, basically, as you look through the website.
It looks like it's a website to buy hats because
Cool.
hats by traveling.
Okay, cool. And what do you think are some of the features that are included from this website? Like, what are the different things you can do?
It looks like you can customize,
Mm-hmm.
or you could just buy one that is already um done, like designed for you.
Okay. And what do you think are, based on just looking at the homepage, what type of designs do you think are going to be presented for this brand?
Um, can you say that again?
Okay, so just basically looking at this website and just reading maybe the headers and stuff like that, what kind of designs do you think are going to be included for the different hats?
By countries because it's traveling hats by travel, so maybe from different countries. Maybe a design from each country.
Okay, cool. So, great. And so, could you now just take me through? Let's say that you landed on this site after hearing it from a friend or getting a reference from someone. Could you take me through the process of what you would do in order to basically, purchase a specific hat?
Yeah. Um,
Okay, cool. So this is still a prototype. So I see that you're trying to press on these different features, and so because it's a prototype, there's not a lot of functionality. So let's say that you were able to pick a hat based on color. What are the different steps you would take after that?
um, like after picking a hat
Mm-hmm.
design and text,
Mm-hmm.
I would just press add to cart.
Okay.
Then I would go to checkout,
Mm-hmm.
click checkout, and then put in my information.
Okay.
Then
Cool. So I'm gonna stop you right here real quick. So I see you're trying to sign up for the website with Facebook, and so like I said before, it's a prototype. So obviously a lot of the functionality are not integrated yet, and so I'm guessing that because you press Facebook, social media sign up is important to you.
yeah,
And why is that?
because it makes it easier so I don't have to memorize passwords and such.
Okay, cool. So let's say that you press Facebook and it worked, and they took you through account identification, and after all that, what would you do next in order to get to the next step?
Press sign up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would press purchase.
All right, cool. Great. So you're on this confirmation screen. So I'm going to ask you some questions about account. So let's say, for example, you wanted to maybe change your payment information or see your purchase history. From this screen in itself, how would you go about doing that?
I would go scroll up and my account would be signed in, so I would click that,
Mm-hmm.
view account. Then I would click view modify recent orders.
Okay. Cool. Great. And so after you did that, after you modified, or I mean, you viewed your recent orders, let's say you wanted to go back to the home page, what actionable do you think would take you back there?
I would just click back at the icon at the top.
Okay, great. And so we're almost done here. I'm just going to ask you for a couple more things. So I see here that before, when you were looking at the home page, you didn't really talk too much about the lookbook. So do you think you noticed the lookbook, or did you just miss that altogether?
I noticed it. It says it at the top, and then if I scroll it down, I can see it down here too.
Okay, cool. So based on just looking at it, what do you think is the specific purpose for the lookbook?
To show like the different countries from the hats that are coming from, the design of the hats.
Okay, and so let's say you want to access it, how would you get into it?
Um, Click one of them. Click one of the pictures.
All right, cool. So now you're at the lookbook section. Just looking at this section, do you think your idea of what the lookbook is for has changed, or do you think it stayed the same?
It stayed the same.
Okay, so let's say that now that you're at the screen, let's say you wanted to maybe upload a picture for you to share. How would you go about doing that process?
I would click share your photos since it's underlined.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could share either on Instagram or browse a picture from my computer.
Okay, cool. So thanks so much. I think that's basically all the questions we have today for campus. And so basically your feedback, after we analyze and we read it over and we watch it over, is going to help us get a better understanding of what went well, what didn't go well, and what we can do to improve this entire process for future iterations. And so I thank you so much for your time. And hopefully maybe in a couple months' time, once we've made improvements to the site, we can have you back here and see if the changes were more beneficial for user experience. Thank you.
Thank you.